happy you are watching this lesson teaching P.6. Remember in the previous two episodes in that topic called length, mass, and capacity. Particularly, we have looked at some topic length. Now today we're looking at combination of mass and capacity. We say mass is how heavy an object is in terms of kilograms, grams, or anything including grams. Then capacity means volume in liters. That's the summary today, and we are having a conclusive lesson on that topic, length, mass, and capacity. Therefore, when you watch this lesson, you answer activities on 2 pages of 34 and 33, that's 33 and 34 of our P.6 term 3 HR. You will have it, and then you will answer questions accordingly. Now, example number 1 reads, calculate the capacity of the water tank below. Calculate the capacity of the water tank below. Whenever they say find the capacity of any tank given, please, you just know you want how much liquid contains when fully filled up. So here we've got a cylindrical tank. A tank shaped like a cylinder is cylindrical. So we say volume of a cylinder equals pi r squared h. So first find the volume as usual, then change it to liters as we are going to see. So volume equals pi r squared h. For all that much, ensure you know what each figure given serves us. The 70 centimeters serves us the diameter, and 140 centimeters the length of the cylindrical tank. Whereas here in the formula, we don't have provision for diameter. So R stands for radius and H stands for length. So pi r squared h, meaning we don't have the radius, so we use the diameter to find the radius. That's why we say, but radius not here, equals diameter divided by 2. So radius was 70 centimeters divided by 2. So that when 70 is divided by 2, you get the radius of 35 centimeters. Then we expand. Volume equals pi times radius times length. So pi is ever constant, which is derived from 370, like we noticed in the previous episode. And I said how many diameters that can be cut from the circumference of the very circle. It is 370 diameters that make the pi. Because pi means the number of diameters that can be obtained from the circumference of the very circle. And then how many? 370. If that's 370, or 3 whole numbers, 107, that brings or gives rise to 22 out of 7. Like we are going to use. So take pi as 22 out of 7. Why 20 out of 7? Because these 140 centimeter height as well as the radius of 35 are both multiples of 7. So when I'm talking about multiple 7, the best choice is 20 out of 7. Another pi in terms of decimals is 3.14. So in case you have number, you don't have any numbers the multiple of 7, the option of pi and the best one will be 3.14. But here, fortunately both are divisible by 7, therefore we go use 22 out of 7 pi. So we go, volume of 20 out of 7 times the radius of 35 centimeters times another radius of 35 centimeters times the height of the cylinder, which is 140 centimeters. Now we start with our divisions. 35 and 7 are division by 7, so 7 by 7 once, 35 by 7 get a 5. So we are left with 22 times 5 centimeters, and then 35 centimeters times 140 centimeters. So do we multiply here side of PC? 22 times 5, we have 5 times 2 is 10. You write the 0 and group 1, get 5 times 2 is 10 and 1, get 11. So when I change centimeters there, then we are left with multiplication of 35 by 140. So we first leave out a 0 and multiply all the 35 by 14. Remember to add a 0 on our answer later. So we go multiply by 14, where 4 times 5 is 20, write 0 remove 2, and 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 by 14. So 35 times 4 is 140. Then we go 1 times 5 is of course 5, and 1 times 3 is 3. Then add here 0, 4 plus 5 is 9, and 1 plus 3 is 4. So we have 490. There, remember our 0? Much as the 0 here, it's not concerned with the original one. The original 0 is here. Remember our multiply over 35 by 14. And this was 140. So bring back 0. Don't write 490 only. So add 0 and get 4,900 centimeters squared. So what goes 110 times 4,900 centimeters squared. Squared because these are 2, then the third will come at the bottom level. So we multiply 11 by 49 first, then later add 3 zeros left here. So 11 times 49, where 9 times 1 is 9, and 9 times 1 is 9, 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 times 1 is 4. Then bring down the 4, 4 plus 9, plus 9, you get 13, right 3, put 1, 1 plus 4 get 5, and get 539. And later, bring all the zeros here left here. So 3 of them. That is volume equals 539,000 centimeters cubed. But remember the question asked us the capacity. I said capacity means volume in liters. Now this is volume in cubic centimeters or centimeters cubed. So we convert centimeters cubed to liters. Start centimeters cubed to liters. We want to know how much water, how much air, liquid. Please tank the cylindrical texting when fully filled. So, of course, centimeters cubed to liters. You must know this fact that 1,000 or 1,000 centimeters cubed are equal to 1 liter. 1,000 centimeters cubed make a liter. What about this volume? That is 539 centimeters cubed volume. So, again, that great volume divided by the fact 1,000. So, that's 539,000. Divided by 1,000 answer in liters. Then you start your calculations. You say, whenever you cancel zeros, you have to divide by 10. So we say by 10 by 10, by 10 by 10, by 10 by 10. So you see, we are left with 539 divided by 1 and makes that. So this time, when fully filled with any liquid you fill, like mentioned. So it takes in as many as 539 liters of any liquid, of water, of any fuel. So please, that is how much can take in without anything more, but can take less, but can go beyond that. That is the very answer. That's the way we work out from one volume to another volume. Volume to cubic units to volume in liters, which is called capacity. That term means volume in liters. Whenever you see, find the capacity of the tank below. You just know volume in liters in this perspective of filling space. So then we go to example number 2. Find the capacity of a tin of paint whose height is 21 centimeters and diameter 30 centimeters. So as opposed to number 1, where I'm already drawing, in number 2, they are just words, but the number is done the same way. You are veiled with the height of the cylindrical tank and the height. So the diameter, the height and the diameter, the height and the diameter. So still, first find the radius. You say radius equal to diameter divided by 2. Radius 30 divided by 2 and get radius as 10 centimeters. Why do we do so? Because volume formula doesn't have any provision for diameter. This R and C is radius, and say volume equals pi r squared h. When you say base area, the base of a cylinder is a circle, and area of a circle is pi r squared. So you normally say base area times the height is the general universal formula for finding the volume of any prism. So that's why we say pi r squared h base area times height. Area of the circle times height. So by squared h, now the radius is 15. We continue and say volume equals pi times r times h. Let's see the choice of pi. So we have got 21 centimeter height, which 21 is the third multiple of 7. The third multiple of 7. So if we detect a multiple of 7, then we choose 10 out of 7 as our pi. So volume equals 21 of 7 times the radius of 15 centimeters times another radius, still the same radius of 15 centimeters, then times the height of this cylindrical page, chain of page, that is 21 centimeters. Then you cancel, say 7 by 7 once, 21 by 7 get 3, thereby remaining 22 times 15 centimeters, times 15 centimeters times 3 centimeters, then start multiplication. 20 times 15 here, we multiply 5 times 2 is a 10, right? So group 1, 5 times 2 is a 10 again, plus 1 gets 11. Then 1 times 2 and then times 2 gets 22 there. So then we add. We are going to add now. So here bring a 0, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So we get our 330 centimeters. And then we have 15 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. You get a 5. And we group 1, 3 times 1, and 3 plus 1 get 4. So 15 times 3 get 45. Then 10 times 10 gets centimeter square. So we have times 45 centimeter square. So thereby remaining 330 centimeters times 45 centimeter square. So we multiply 33 by 45 here, where we have got 5 times 3 is 15, right? 5, we group 1, 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Then we continue and say 4 times 3 gets 4, right? 2 we group 1. Then you've got 4 times 3 is 4 plus 1 we group gets 13. Then add here and get 0. 6 plus 2 is 8, 1 plus 3 is 4, and then 1. Get 1,485. Remember our 0 we left here. So you have multiplied 3 by 45, that is 0 here. Bring it back and get the volume as 14,850 centimeters cubed. Remember, we need the capacity of the tin of paint. Now, how much paint does it hold when fully filled up with the same paint? That is, we convert centimeters cubed to liters because paint is in liquid form. So we say 1,000 centimeters cubed equals 1 liter. What about 14,850 centimeters cubed? We get 14,850 divided by 1,000. Answer in liters. Cancel by 10 by 10. And then I've got 2 zeros remaining. Those mean 2 decimal digits or 2 decimal places or 2 digits after the point. So the point will move up to here between 4 and 8 and get 14.85 liters. So it can only take in 14.85 liters of paint when fully filled with the same. And that's how we convert from centimeters cubed to liters using a cylinder. Then we look at example. Then we look at example number 3 today about cylinder and find the capacity of this cylinder. Now it means find the capacity of the cylinder whose height 35 centimeters and radius is 7 centimeters. This is as counting 1, 2, 3. Why? This time round the radius is available and it's provided for properly in the volume formula. You see, volume of any cylinder equals pi r squared h. So this time round we have the radius. We just expand and say pi times radius times radius times h. And now the radius is 7, so then the pi is then going to be 21 over 7, so I can easily divide. So we go 21 over 7 times 7 centimeters times 7 centimeters, then times the height of 35 centimeters. So we write there. That's 21 over 7 times 7 centimeters times 7 centimeters times 35 centimeters, and then cancel 7 by 7 once, 7 by 7 once, thereby remaining 22 times 1 centimeter times 7 centimeters times 35 centimeters. So we multiply 22 by 7 here, the side work, where 7 times 2 is 14. We put 1 after writing 4. Then we go 7 times 2, you're getting 14 plus, then we put 1, you get 154. 154. So write 154. Then 7 centimeters squared. Then later times 35. So we multiply 154 by 35 here, where 5 times 4 is 20. Write 0 in group 2 here. Then 5 times 5, 25. Plus 2, get 27. Still write 7 and group 2. Now put 5 times 1 the 5 plus the 2 regroups the 7. Then resort to 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Write 2 regroup 1. Then 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 plus 16. Write 6 regroup 1. 3 times 1, then 3 plus 1, you get a 4. Then add here 0, 7 plus 2 is a 9, 7 plus 6 is 13, write 3, group 1, then 1 plus 4 is a 5, thereby getting 5,390. 5,390 centimeters cubed. That is the volume. Now remember, they want the capacity of the tank, that's volume in liters. This is volume in cubic centimeters or centimeters cubed. Convert to liters. Centimeters cubed to liters. Centimeters cubed to liters. So we continue in that way. So go 1,000 centimeters cubed equals 1 liter. What about 5,390 centimeters cubed? That is 5,390 divided by 1,000. Answer in liters. Like we did number 2, cancel 1 0, and then this remains to determine the number of decimal places. So I've got 2 zeros. The zeros mean 2 decimal places or 2 digits after decimal point. So we leave 3 and 9 after point, so I get 5.39 liters. So it takes in 5.39 of an liquid when full field. That's what we call tank. As we look at mass now, we are going or looking at only grams or kilograms or milligrams or anything. So we go capacities like that. Now we look at the mass. So express this 4 kilogram mass as grams, right? King Henry's daughter, Grace this time. Grace drank cold milk. King Henry's daughter, Grace drank cold milk. And now we are concerned with the kilograms and grams, but actually it means kilograms, hectograms, decagrams, grams, decigrams, centigrams, and milligrams. So we are concerned with kilograms and grams. Grams here, write 000 up to kilogram. Where K is write a 1, then the fact is 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. What about 4 kilograms? That's 4 times 1,000 grams. And get 4,000 grams that are contained in 4 kilograms. Then let's see how one can convert the other way around. Convert 25,000 grams to kilograms. This time grams to kilograms. We take the other way around. That is 1,000 grams make 1 kilogram. What about 25,000 grams? That's 25,000 divided by 1,000. Answer in kilograms. Go by 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. Thereby making 25 kilograms. That's how we convert back to kilograms. As we look at number 6 that emphasizes the first example, that is number 4. So that is converting from, so that is number 5. We are converting from grams to kilograms. So we go, they express 250 grams as kilograms. Instead, 1,000 grams are equal to 1 kilogram. What about 250? You see, 250 is less than 1,000. 1,000 is a full kilogram, meaning this is going to be a fractional kilogram. It's going to be part of a whole. So we go, that's 250 out of 1,000. Answer kilograms, then cancel 0, 0, remaining is 2 zeros. Then you can get a decimal out of that. 2 decimal places mean, so 2 zeros here mean 2 decimal places. So both 2 and 5 are going to be after decimal. So the answer is 0.25 kilograms. You can as well reduce by 25 once, by 25 and get 4. you get 104, called a quarter a kilogram is also recognized here. So you can get an answer like this, that's 0.25 or a quarter a kilogram. So that is how we convert the fractional grams. So the grams less than 1,000 to a fractional kilogram. And finally, number 7, you have tons to kilograms. You must know a ton. A ton is an equivalent of 1,000 kilograms. 1,000 kilograms make a ton. So you say 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kilograms. So the question is convert 12 tons to kilograms. Right? 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kilograms. What about 12 tons? 12 times 1,000 kilograms and get 12,000 kilograms from that ton. So then you'll be able to answer those activities on the 2 pages of 33 and 34 of our workbook. So some are even beyond what is covered there. So like ton would be found there, but there is necessity for you to know how to convert from tons to kilograms and vice versa. Teacher Katimbo Richard, for more clarity about the same mathematics, please don't hesitate to call me on 0776. I said 0776 251655. You can as well use the Airtel line 07572 33066. Otherwise, that's the end of the lesson. Remember, COVID-19 is real. Please stay safe.